And now she will give us tips on how to do the same. Please welcome Ikiya.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Perception is everything. So, before I get started tonight, I want everyone to know that not only is it important, but it does affect your life, either in a negative or positive way. Now, I know some of you may wonder, well, what is perception? So I actually want to ask one of you what the definition is. So, David, what is perception?
Perception is the way you come across to others and the way they see you.
Exactly.
Or experience you.
Thank you. And going on to what he said, perception is based on what we think, what we say, and what we do. So I'm going to focus on 3 different areas this evening. The first is your appearance. Second, your mindset. Third, your daily habits. So appearance, it has a lot to do with behavior, your body posture, and how you carry yourself. Well, I learned this lesson during my 2nd year in college. I had these 2 great friends. We did everything together. We had so much fun. Until one day, they decided to have an intervention for me. Not because of drugs or anything crazy. It was literally because of how I dressed, my appearance. So they sat me down. They said, Ikiya, you are a great friend. You have such an amazing heart. You're such a good person. However, we are concerned about how you look, how you dress. At that moment, I had no clue how important this was. At that time in my life, I had such a different mentality. I literally believed that I was nobody. I didn't matter, that nobody would pay attention. So I would come to class, pajama pants, house shoes, just a t-shirt I slept in the night before, hair crazy. And I would do the same when I go out with my friends, because again, I don't care. So I thought, until that moment where they had to put together an intervention. So I decided I was going to make a choice to at least make an effort. So when I go to class, instead of pajama pants, I wear tights. Instead of flip-flops and house shoes, I wear flats. And at least put my hair in a ponytail, right? So it's very important to pay attention to your appearance, because you never know how much it's going to impact you or those around you. Number 2, your mindset. In order to have a positive mindset, you first have to remove all the negativity and surround yourself with a lot of positivity. I learned this while taking a leadership course in college, of course. Every time I came to class, our professor would say, students, now remember when you leave here, you are a product of your environment. Every class he would say that. I couldn't understand what he meant. So I asked him, I said, Professor, what do you mean by that? He said, well, think for a moment. If you hang out with enough negative people, well, eventually you're going to be negative yourself. And I realized at that moment, well, I guess I do have a negative mindset, because I keep finding myself in a lot of negative situations. So again, I made another change. I started hanging out with like-minded people throughout my school. You know, those who want to educate themselves, who want to learn and help people and give back along the way. And over time, I started to realize that my mentality changed, my mindset. I was no longer doubting myself or discrediting myself. I now saw myself as someone who was confident, distinguished. And I realized that not only can I make these changes, but I can become someone successful. So back to mindset. Always pay attention to those thoughts, because those thoughts, they do become a reality. Number 3, your daily habits. Boy, oh boy. This deals with a lot of discipline and consistency. Each day you should take a step, whether it's big or small, towards some sort of goal. For example, one of my goals in life is to overcome my fear of public speaking. So one of my habits that I started doing was, why not join Toastmasters, right? Every Thursday, I'm here at Toastmasters. While I'm here, I participate in table topics, I give prepared speeches, and I always try to volunteer for some sort of leadership role. When I'm not in Toastmasters, I read at least 10 pages a day. I also have a journal that I keep, and I write in it as often as possible. Now, it's very important for you to also focus on your daily habits, because it can become very easy to not do what it is that you're supposed to do. Okay, so pay attention to everything you do on a daily basis and ask yourself, is this what's going to benefit me, or is this what's going to hold me back? Now, as I mentioned, there are 3 areas you need to focus on for your perception. That's appearance, your mindset, and your daily habits. Now, after all of the changes that I've made, not only do I feel more confident, my belief system has totally changed. And now I'm in a position where I can help others. I'm more confident in my business. I can, reach out to clients, and I have more of a credibility when I'm up here on stage talking to those like you. So remember, after today, pay attention to those 3 things. And before I leave with you today, I want to give you a very important quote that I read from an unknown author. It says, perception is everything. It can either affect you in a negative or positive way. But at the end of the day, the choice is up to you. Thank you.